Look at all that money. Look at all that money. Yeah, the money that they've spent. Take another look and take some time for hemp. Don't cut trees for paper, 'cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for hemp. Well, an acre of hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. People got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rent. Well, it's time for hemp.
Yes, it is. It is time for hemp, and let's make time for hemp great again. I am your host, Casper Leitch, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the big broadcast today. We have some interesting guests, and as always, I have some groovy joint hosts. And please, when you hear the word joint on the big broadcast, you know what to do. Isn't that right, Al Graham?
Sure is. The right thing to do is to spark up a joint when you say joint.
Yeah, baby.
Or at least have a puff off of your pipe, right?
Please, please.
Exactly.
And is that what they do at Pace Radio Network?
Yes, at Pace Radio Network, we cover psychedelics as well as cannabis. We broadcast 7 days a week, and PACE stands for People Advocating Cannabis Education. And we are done in video as well as we have audio podcasts that go in onto paceradio.net, our website.
Groovy, baby. And I encourage people to make it a point to go to the website because the information that is found there is stellar. And speaking of stellar information, my next joint host, Al Byrne, has written a stellar book. Hey, Al Byrne, how you doing?
I'm doing, and nice to see you guys. I'm doing very well, thank you. But my stellar information would be, of course, to... Thank you. Those are my beloved dogs, and that's the cover of For Country and Cannabis. And in the book, and For Country and Cannabis, it will tell you that if you're really going to smoke cannabis, which I highly recommend, don't do it with a joint, and don't do it with a bong, do it with a pipe, and clean that pipe every day. That's what you're going to learn in my book, along with a lot of other good things. It's a good read, especially if you're a healthcare professional and you don't know anything about cannabis, or you think you do. And then patients, of course, and anybody that cares for anybody that's ill, no matter what that illness is, because we all have an endocannabinoid system. Oh, you don't know what that is? Well, you can find out in the book. But since we all have an endocannabinoid system, it could be that cannabis could help that illness, that disease, that problem before anything else could even touch it. And since cannabis is benign to the human body, I'll put it that way, it should be the first thing you try before you start popping some pharmaceutical or go into some fancy something. Try the cannabis first. So to prove what I just said, we're bringing on a couple. We've had them before, and we interviewed them in Maine the first time. Now they're a peripatetic couple. So they're now in California. But they treat babies with cannabis for tumors. And that's where this conversation is going to start. So if we could meet Hillary and Brett, there they are coming up. Yep. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Oh, good. Look, we can hear them and see them. Everything's better.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a little setup problem here, folks, but Al Graham, master of all things Tektronic, took care of that.
Thanks.
Well, welcome, guys. Again, this is a second journey through our interview world. So just to reiterate, I am a Navy veteran, and Casper is a Army veteran, and Brett is also a Navy veteran. And we talking earlier, but we both served 40 years apart, but both served on the same type of ship called the destroyer, which the destroyer I was on and the destroyer he was on were really, they got the same name. Well, listen, thanks guys, and welcome again.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be back.
Good. And you look good out there. It's a wonderful setting. That's beautiful wherever you are there. Well, look, can we go right into this, because there's a lot of people out there that
Hello.
need to know a lot about this.
We have
Children that you treat. How about we go there first?
Thanks for having us.
Well, let's start with the kids that you treat. I think that's universal. Everybody wants to see children have a good life. How do you help them?
Well, what we've been doing is we start them using the full extract cannabis oil in drops, which we mix with MCT coconut oil. And we just bring it up at the first 5 days, 1 milligram at a time, and then giving it to them every 4 hours. And then we continue to move forward really gently. And then at day 5, we start doubling it. And before you know it, we have a full endocannabinoid system. And then basically wherever they are, when their endocannabinoid system is full, we take it up about 10% and leave it there for about 30 days. And then usually just go to about 1 syringe a day, which for us is around 600 milligrams, because we are not going for just high THC. We have a lot of cannabinoids in our medicine. So our medicine, if we took it to Colorado, they wouldn't sell it in their store. They'd be like, yeah, no. So we're more into the cannabinoids and the multi-strain and that kind of thing.
So I got like 3 questions out of the first sentence you asked. I want you to explain the oil to the folks on the camera. You know what is that is. Yeah, if you show it to them, that's great too. Right. The other thing we need, I just want to understand the ingestion part. 1 drop. You know, is that on the tongue? Is it in food? How do you do
what we do?
Go ahead.
Is I'll give it to him. So we always shake it really well so that it's the same all the time, because we're using science to fill the endocannabinoid system. There's 1,200 drops in this. I have 558 milligrams in each syringe. So we are always a little over. So I call this 1,200 milligrams, and each drop is a milligram. So what we do is we start the children literally, open your mouth, honey, with 1 drop. You see how easy it is to do 1?
Yeah.
And we do that every 4 hours. We would do that today and tomorrow. We don't wake them up in the night. And then tomorrow evening, we would go to 2 drops every 4 hours.
Okay, and you're using the tongue because that brings it directly into the blood system. Is that why?
That's the best way to take cannabis medicine orally, is leaving it in the mouth under the tongue. And a lot of our adults leave it there for 2 minutes. The kids, we don't really have that as much with them holding it in, but so that's what we do, and we just take it up gently. We found that we didn't used to use the drops. That's new this year. But we found that scientifically, starting really gently and just taking it up that way. And we also use the spine and the back of the neck with the full extract cannabis oil and the belly button. So we start with the drops, and then around day 4 or 5, we do the spine, and then we start.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So let's do the spine. You do the spine. What
I do it.
does that mean exactly?
That means we take the full extract cannabis oil
Yeah.
and we lie the child down, and we go from the back of the hairline straight down the spine, drawing a line thickly. You probably use about half a, depending on the size of the person, but
Okay.
you use about a half of a gram.
Okay. So
And
you're
then-
using it as a topical.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just, people out there, they're not as familiar with what you and I are talking about here. We want to make sure the neophytes out there get it. So now you're using this as a topical at the same time. Now, would you be using it as an ingested product?
Right. Exactly. We do the belly button and we cover it with organic belly button covers.
Wait a minute.
So just a couple drops in the belly button.
Okay, you put,
Okay.
is that a good receptor site
Yes.
for
Dr. Uma taught us this. It
Dr.
is
Uma did?
Dr.
Okay.
Uma taught us this. So having her on our team has been unbelievably educational. I'm so grateful for her knowledge.
She's incredible. Yeah. Okay, so the belly button is a good receptor site, and that belly button that goes to the blood system as well, or where's that going?
It does, using it topically does not get into the blood the way that orally does.
Right.
The only reason I know that is that none of my truckers have ever failed a drug test. So I don't know, like a scientist, I'm a farmer, so a scientist would really need to explain why that is. But this is the salve that the truckers and arthritis for pain, and no one's ever failed. So that tells me that it doesn't get in their blood.
Right. So all these things, the dropper and the salve, are just made from the FICO itself, the full extract cannabis oil. So
Okay.
we don't make any separate things. It's all FICO, and then we just put it into a carrier, whichever.
All right. Now, these children are how old, and what exactly are you treating them for?
Well, we treat actually every cancer the same. Our youngest child right now is 7 months, and she has an osteoplasma brain tumor. She has a brain tumor. See, unlike pharmaceutical doctors, we treat every single cancer the same. We don't need a biopsy. We don't need surgery.
Don't even need a name.
Yeah, we don't care. So I don't keep track of what the children have. I keep track of their blood work and their scans
And their progress, right?
Yeah, their health. But because I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on TV, that's what Dr. Uma does with my patients. So I do talk to all the parents and put all the kids on the medicine. He makes the medicine. But some of the scientific stuff, I've surrounded myself with the best people in the world, and I just refer that kind of stuff to them.
Okay, so back to the children, 7 months old. I've preached for a long time that you can give cannabis to a child if needed, and it wouldn't hurt them. And obviously, you've proven me right on that. And this child, this is a brain tumor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a bunch of children. We have another little boy named Roy. So we have a lot of kids that are babies on the medicine, because the babies don't even really do well on the pharmaceutical treatments. It's just too much for them. So a lot of moms are contacting us, and dads, and we have a lot of babies now because it's non-harming. It can't harm their child. So it seems like the people with the younger kids now that we're getting kids at diagnosis instead of always the Hail Mary. So when they have 5-month-old, 6-month-old babies, they come to us because we do see results quickly and they can make an educated decision. And so far, none of our kids have gone to pharmaceuticals after going on cannabis first. We've had really good results with that. So that's really our goal in life right now, is cannabis first.
Right.
Okay, that's the first resort. The day of diagnosis, we would like every single child in the United States who's diagnosed with cancer be referred to us and get the lab tested, best of the best medicine, and have choices like Dr. Uma and other highly educated doctors who know how to navigate the medical system with using cannabinoid medicine.
Right. So cannabis should be the first option, not the last resort. That's what
Right.
we're really striving for.
Well, I agree completely with that. Yeah, I mean, forever that I think I just said that a little while ago.
That's what you
But
said.
but the idea of children being treated, now let's emphasize, because your product, I guess, has never been heated, it has no psychotropic effect,
No, it totally is
psychoactive.
high THC. No, it's
It has a psychotropic effect, but not a psychoactive effect. Is that
it
right?
has it's a euphoric effect. It's high THC. There's no actually, if anybody would like to buy us the $41,000 machine that allows us to make the medicine without it getting heated up, we need that machine, because we
Yeah.
would love to be able to get these kids and hit it from the first day instead of play dribbity droppity for
Right.
3 weeks.
So
you
that-
know?
Oh,
Right.
you're giving them a little bit at a time just to get them used to the THC effect.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you, if they take too much, they turn into a sack of potatoes, and the parents aren't going to do it. They're going
Right.
to be like, "What? No."
Oh, sure. Oh,
You
sure.
know?
Right. So that's exactly why we started doing the dropper, because some people don't know, a dot versus a grain of rice versus a pea size.
Yeah.
And it's a big difference.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's-
Okay. Well, I didn't realize that. This is all great information. It's like, wow. So, have you had any failures?
Well, we've never harmed a child. So in that way, I say absolutely not. We have not had any failures because we haven't harmed a child. Now, have we not gotten all the results we ever wanted? There's nobody in the world that can cure every single thing they ever come across.
Right.
But the results we're seeing are very inspiring, and we're super excited. And not only cancer and tumors and leukemia, but also autism. We do so much work with autism. Just as many kids are we treating with autism as cancer. And that's
Well, wait a minute. Are you treating? You seems to me maybe you're treating the ECS, the endocannabinoid system, rather than trying to center out on some particular problem. Am I right?
we fill it. Yep, we gently fill
What you're saying is these kids, or human beings, let's include us all, have the potential to have a deficiency in our ECS, and by adding in your product, you are filling up that void until the ECS gets to 100%, which then allows the immune system to run at 100%, et cetera, et cetera. Is that your theory? Is that the
Yes,
theory?
and also, the real cure for cancer is the microbiome of the gut. And so the cannabis medicine really helps heal the microbiome, as well as pull the cancer out of the body, including the blood and tumors, and then the microbiome eats it. And having a healthy microbiome means that you have a healthy gut wall, and cancer cannot spread through your body if you have a healthy gut wall and microbiome.
Well, okay. Let's stay a minute with this endocannabinoid system. You're treating the system in order to have the minor systems control the disease, the problem, the tumor, or the homeostasis. I guess maybe that's the right word, right? So
Exactly, yes.
you're trying to create homeostasis using cannabis, and as far as your experience is, you've done no harm, which is excellent. Yet you've had some amazing successes. So brag up. We got a couple of minutes here. Brag up a couple of these examples of these young children.
Well, a documentary was just made about our first child. It's on YouTube right now, called Saving Gray. So that was the first little girl that we were able to remove her brain tumor with everybody watching at St. Jude. And through that, we've gotten children from St. Jude since 2021 at diagnosis. So we have children now at St. Jude that have had 0 pharmaceuticals and just our medicine, and it's doing great. And that's Brooklyn. And we just have been having, it's shocking to see these families save their children, because we're here. We've never done it ourselves. So seeing these families come together and really work on the gut health and save their kids without harming them, and the siblings are seeing their family work together. They all stay together, they eat really well, and so we see all of our families, they're still married. When a couple works together to save their child's life without harming them, they are bonded. It's an unbelievable bond. And instead of the children being traumatized and the parents being gone and everybody being babysat and worrying you're going to lose your sibling, they're all together. And it's night and day from pharmaceutical treatment. And our results are far better, because when you don't harm a child who in general have great organs, great bodies, they get a brain tumor, it's like this big in their whole body, and that's all that it is. So by just using the endocannabinoid system to tell the cells to die, and then they go into the gut, and a healthy microbiome eats up the cancer, and then they poop it out. And there's no suffering, there's no pain, there's not millions of dollars, the families aren't separated, and you're able to do this at diagnosis. And we see such good results so quickly that in 6 to 8 weeks, you can make a much better educated decision if you're going to harm your child in the name of medicine. They have a brain tumor, so let's destroy their blood with poison to the blood. Let's radiate them. Let's cut them and do biopsies and figure out their mutation. These are just things that have been done by the pharmaceutical doctors in the lab that literally have no clue about cancer and don't cure it. They harm people, they make millions, and everybody dies. Is basically, so when you're able to treat your child.
It's a great way to stimulate the job community, and it stimulates the economy. And if you have people not buying medicines, if you have people growing their own cannabis, then we're going to have doctors not making as much money and pharmacies not making as much money, and cheapers. How tragic would that be?
Yeah, well, listen, just before we take
these children.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that you can check out our website, noharmprotocol.com, and at the bottom there are testimonials about these children that we're talking about here. I think there's 4 examples.
Oh, there's a lot of testimonials now.
Right. Okay.
Great. Now, before we take a break, one quick question. How much would a typical amount of money cost the person treating the child in cannabis?
If a child has a full endocannabinoid system and they're doing this fine and using it topically, if they pay our full cost, which is what we charge as our cost, is $30 a day. Now, the pharmaceutical for brain tumors is the drug that they give the kids is $3,120 a day, and they're charged for the adults $167,000 a month for the treatments that don't work, and ours is $30 a day.
Right, but it actually costs the consumer $0 because the insurance companies cover it all.
They say, it's only $11 out of pocket, but if they get $167,000 a month to treat these kids with harmful medicine that doesn't work. Failed trials that then they don't, we'll get into that one.
Okay, we're going to come back in a little bit. I'm going to let Casper get us out of here right now, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk about using cannabis for bone cancer. How about that one?
And it is going to be quite a break. That'll be on our next segment. Me making a point to tune into our next segment to check this out, and you'll be also enjoying the contents of Pace Radio from Al Graham up there in Canada.
Yep, people advocating cannabis education. You can find us at paceradio.net, psychedelics, as well as cannabis 7 days a week.
And you'll also get informed by Al Byrne, who wrote this groovy book called, what is it called? It's a For Country and Cannabis. It's a pretty easy title to remember.
Yeah, for country, I served my Navy for the United States Navy for 24 years, and I did it for my country. So that's what that's about. And for cannabis, I did it because it's the right thing to do, to bring cannabis, just like these folks do, to sick people and doing no harm. For me, that was an easy decision. It's a tough road, but it is still, no apologies. So yeah, read the book, find out who did it and how. It covers about 40 years of United States history. But that history of the United States also influenced the world as far as cannabis goes. So.
And I want to remind people that you can go to timeforhemp.news and download lots of free music about how wonderful cannabis is. We have podcasts that are free to download that talks about how amazing hemp is. And of course, we have blog posts and newsletters that you can share with your friends, all about letting the whole world know how important it is to take time for hemp.
Look at all that money. Look at all that money. Yeah, the money that they've spent. Take another look and take some time for him. Don't cut trees for paper, 'cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for him. Well, an acre of hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. People got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rent. Well, it's time for hemp. Throughout Earth's history, hemp has been used, no mystery. Hemp was legal to pay your taxes for more than a century. Faxes, the founding fathers make sense to me. It's time to grow hemp legally. Think of all its uses, it's money that's well spent. Right now, no excuses, it's time for hemp. Sustainable green industry, that's our intent. A better place this world will be, it's time for hemp. Fuel and food and clothes and soap, housing, cars, yeah, cars, no joke. Henry Ford built a car of hemp, it's time for us to do it again. People being flowers for with Valentine as it's meant right now. It's time for him. Hemp is a true necessity for the wealth and protection of this country. Thomas Jefferson spoke those words. He knew the value of these herbs. Together, we live for him. Look at all that money, yeah, the money that they've spent. Take another look and take some time for him. Don't cut trees for paper, 'cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for him.